Hello.
Hello. How's it
Good to
going?
see you again.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. All right.
All right.
Thank you for coming back. Are you kidding me? So all I'm thinking about is
Oh yeah.
so when Aquaman
30 seconds.
set the record.
If you have a clip for
Celebrations, do you do anything to celebrate $1 billion movie?
Did you say anything? That's pretty good.
You know, everything's moving so fast right now. Thanks, Greg. I don't know. I mean, really, the biggest celebration would be just like a day of staying in bed. But it's we did have a dinner on Friday night in Los Angeles. We had a big dinner with a lot of the Marvel
6,
people and all.
5,
Hello.
4.
How you doing? Good to see you again. Good to see you. All right, 10:29 is the time right now. Avengers Endgame is the final chapter of the Marvel journey that began more than a decade ago. It's also a critical and commercial hit, earning rave reviews and more than $1 billion in its debut weekend alone. Now, this means our next guest will go down in Hollywood history. They're two of the hottest directors working today, responsible for 4 of arguably the best movies in the MCU.
And when Winston says hottest, he's talking about their looks.
They are some good-looking men.
Joe Anthony Russo joining us, the director.
Two kinds.
Yeah, my 4 favorite MCU films: Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and now Avengers Endgame. Guys, thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
for having us.
We appreciate you coming in.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, this is amazing. So look, the question I want to ask is, after the success of the other movies that you've done, the huge success, you guys keep raising the bar. I just want to know, how do you keep raising the bar?
Look, I don't know. A lot of sweat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, this movie has a very special place, I think, in the work that we've done for Marvel and the entire run of the Marvel movies, and that it was intended to be the ending, the culmination of a over 10-year run, now a 22-movie run. And so we had the great benefit of this movie of building on a lot of the emotional capital that people have invested in these movies over the years and in these characters. So the fact that this movie seems to be taking on a special importance to people, I think, is a testament to the fact that it's speaking to this long road that we've all been on together.
The rewatchability of this movie is incredible. I'm going for a 3rd time tonight. We're actually doing a Q&A at the Smithsonian Air and Space, which I'm super excited about. I watched the film a 2nd time with my wife, and just watching her react to these moments was my favorite thing, just watching the way she reacted. I was talking to you earlier about sneaking into films over the weekend. When you're sitting in a theater and watching an audience watch your movie, what is that like?
It makes it all worth it. I mean, these are really, really difficult movies to make. Each of these were, the 2 most expensive movies ever made, shot back to back over the course of 1 single year, so we're literally just shooting straight from air. But when you get in a theater, especially in a film like this, and you hear a vocal response, and people are clapping and cheering and crying together and laughing, and it's just the energy is worth it to us because we grew up fans, we grew up comic book geeks. So, these are the stories we always wanted to see brought to life on screen. To be able to share that with other fans is the most special experience as a director.
Now, when you have a movie like this, and we've asked you these questions before about connecting the dots, connecting all these characters, and making sure that everybody has enough screen time, because there are a lot of people in these movies. I think you guys do a masterful job. I'm not just saying it because you're sitting here, because I do enjoy these movies, but you do a masterful job. Is there ever any concern about, or how do you figure out, okay, this person's going to get this much time, this person's going to get this much time? We know who the main characters are, but everybody else has to fit in. And everybody gets a moment. So how do you figure all that out?
This is something that we learned when we were developing Captain America: Civil War, because that was the first Marvel movie we did that had a really large ensemble. And what we learned while we were doing that was that it doesn't matter how much screen time a character actually has, it's what you do with that screen time. And the lesson in that movie came from characters like Spider-Man or Ant-Man, who had very little screen time in that film, and left a really big impression on audiences. And so for Joe and I, it's just thinking about what we can do with these characters. How do we surprise audiences with what those characters are doing? How do we bring a very memorable, resonant moment to the audience by the characters' appearance?
Now, we are in non-spoiler territory. We accept the idea that the audience may not have seen the film yet, so we're sticking to non-spoilers. Are we allowed to discuss your cameo at all? Is that something that we can, is that too spoilery?
You just spoiled it.
I guess we can now.
You do cameo in your movies, generally speaking.
It's no longer worth going to see.
That ruins everything. If that's a spoiler, we don't have to get into that. I was just curious.
No. Certainly, I mean,
You've talked about this already, right?
yeah, I mean, it's just, we do a lot of things that have a personal meaning to us, and, you know, he and I have been on a journey for 25 years as filmmakers. It started with me as an actor,
Right.
before I became a director, and so, you know, every now and then I'd pop in and take a cameo under a pseudonym.
Winter Soldier, yeah.
My acting name is Gozi Agbo.
Yes.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
That's so cool. Look for Joe in the movie. He's actually a really good actor.
I actually started laughing when I saw you on the
Yeah.
screen. I saw what you're doing, but I actually started laughing when I saw you because I was like, I know him. He's been in the loft. Yeah, he's been in the loft. So when you do something like this, when you're in the theater, and again, you know this is the end, the emotions that go through you, the both of you, are you emotional like Captain America was when he was in there?
Yeah,
Were you
certainly
emotional like this?
we can be emotional without question. I mean, if somebody behind you starts, you know, crying relentlessly, it can really have an
Right.
effect on you as a filmmaker. And then when 40 people around you start doing it, it gets, you know, even more profound. So, and you know, it represents a section of our lives, a 7-year commitment from us.
Now, when we spoke, my audience has been watching a lot of the interviews we've been airing here. One of the moments that we had in our interview, and Chris, we don't have to play it fully, but there was a moment where we talked about this scene in the movie where Cap and Tony shake hands. And you joked with me in the interview that this scene wasn't in the movie, and it became like a big meme and a viral meme. So,
Can you recreate your face?
yeah.
I don't remember.
You did this.
Chris, if you have the video, you can roll this video because it's a really cool moment when you're going to see Anthony essentially get shocked as Joe. Watch this.
Is Tony saying, "Do you trust me?" And Cap goes, "I do. You trust me?" I do. What's it like to be behind the camera?
Well, we're going to tell you, we can't go into too much detail.
That scene actually isn't in the movie. So you know that we
That's our face.
That's our profile photo on Instagram.
Oh, is that right?
Took that moment and I turned it into our profile photo.
I wanted to ask you, how did that get to you? So I know it went viral, but like your reaction, like they actually, so Joe, you were on the Instagram, and you made it a profile picture. How did you eventually get that photo? Did you know?
I mean, it just started coming across the feed. People were turning into memes, and I thought it was hilarious. But you know, what's interesting about that is it's representative of the way that we can manipulate footage. Out of context, that looks like the repair moment between Captain America and Iron Man.
Right.
See the movie.
Right.
That is out of context. And when they shake hands there, that's not even the same outfit.
Right.
So it's footage pulled from other, you know, it's all misdirect. So we can craft it in such a way to get a response out of you in a trailer that it isn't going to be the same response you're going to get in the theater.
They're actually enemies throughout the movie.
Yeah, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay. So,
Civil War again.
right. Yeah. So after you do this, you blow up. I mean, this is right now it's probably the biggest movie in history. What do the brothers do now? What do the Russo brothers do now? We know you got 21 Bridges coming out.
Yeah. Is there a couch somewhere?
Go take a nap or look for a decade or so.
Proverbial go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
So we have a company called Agbo, our own studio. We've raised a bunch of money, and we're into artist ownership, and we're Steven Soderbergh is an amazing filmmaker who discovered us 2 decades ago, and we wouldn't be sitting here without him. So we feel like we owe karmic debt back to the universe to go do the same thing for other filmmakers. And the other thing we're doing is we've got a movie we're going to go shoot with Tom Holland, who of course plays Spider-Man.
Cherry?
It's called Cherry, and it's based on a book about a paramedic who comes back from the Iraq War with PTSD and gets hooked on heroin as a way to deal with his issues. And a very profound and tragic book about the opioid epidemic.
We're looking forward to that. Avengers Endgame is in theaters. I believe there are still tickets available tonight, so it's 7 o'clock tonight.
So we got more money.
Yeah, at the Air and Space Museum, at the Smithsonian, the Lockheed Martin IMAX. We're going to be doing a 7 o'clock showing, and then Anthony and Joe are going to join me up there for a moderated Q&A with the audience. And the cool thing about that is we can get into spoilers because everybody in that theater will have seen the film by that point. So you really kind of want to get there to hear these amazing stories from behind the scenes that we can't talk about.
Yeah, we're going to talk about what really happened between Cap and Tony.
Right.
Okay.
And we're gonna reenact his reaction.
We all do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
He can't even do it yet. He can't do it anymore.
You right. So those go through your
See,
mind.
that's why I don't cameo in the movie. I'm not,
I think he was just so tired that he was like, wait, what's happening?
We just finished the movie the night before that interview, which is crazy. We gotta go there.
That's true.
Avengers
Thank
Endgame
you,
is in
gentlemen.
theaters now. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
It's in IMAX. It was shot in IMAX, which is cool.
Thank you, gentlemen. Great to see you. Joe, real quick, would you do the cameos? Does Anthony direct you, or do you direct yourself?
Bit of both.
Yeah, a little both. Because, you know, we have playbacks. I can run back and watch the play.
Do you yell at him and tell him to do it again?
Does he yell at me and tell me?
I want to see
Yes, he
that.
does.
Thank you, gentlemen.
no, I have to
Congratulations.
give no direction.
Thank you.
Great box office of all time, so phenomenal. There's a new hero hitting the streets next month as well. Coming up a little bit later, speaking of movies, we got a double hitter for you. El Chicano stars George Lopez and Raul Castillo are going to join us live. First up, Aaron's cooking up something in the kitchen. What do you want to do?
Oh, that's right. I don't know how you follow that up, but the National Wine and Food Festival back this weekend and this morning, we're getting a little taste of what to expect with some help from one of the chefs and mixologists who will be on hand. If the Russo brothers are hungry and thirsty, they can hang with us too. We'll be right back.
Chris, where is George Lopez? Is that a tree?
I got you. They told me to respect the rats, and I said, I got you.
Oh, that's awful! That's awful! Right, he goes. So you don't. I was loving the fact that when he went away, I was like, but yeah, they showed up. Thank you, yeah. Thank you. That was funny.